Next News. Breaking news.
What if the truck sitting in your driveway had the title in your name, the payment coming out of your bank account, and the computer inside deciding whether you are emotionally qualified to drive it? Well, the Ford patent is triggering a massive privacy firestorm tonight after claims surfaced that in-cabin cameras and sensors could monitor drivers' eyes, attention, and condition, and in some scenarios keep that vehicle from shifting out of park. Americans did not fight for freedom, so a machine can second-guess them in their own pickup. And if this is where the auto industry is headed, how far away are we from cars that report on you too? This matters because for millions of Americans, a truck is not a toy. It's how you get to work, check on your property, move equipment, pick up your kids, and respond to an emergency. If a system inside that cab misreads stress, fear, anger, or urgency as unfit to drive, then your vehicle stops being your vehicle. It becomes a gatekeeper. Now, to be fair, patents do not always become products, and public filings do not confirm every wild online claim about live police feeds, lip reading, or instant criminal database scans. But here's the part every viewer should care about. The technology to monitor drivers is already expanding across the industry. Automakers are building more cameras, more sensors, more telematics, and more data collection into cars people supposedly own. Under President Trump, Americans are demanding freedom, not a rolling surveillance box built by corporate bureaucrats who think they know better than the driver. And while we're talking about control, let's talk about the one supply chain President Trump is moving to put back under American control. This breaking news from the White House: they just announced over $30 billion to secure America's critical mineral supply chains and named a specific Alaskan project as a key strategic asset for U.S. mineral independence. I've been to the Vizsla copper drilling site in Canada myself. I've seen it with my own eyes. And what's happening right now in Alaska is bigger than most people can realize. You see, President Trump just unveiled Project Vault, a $12 billion strategic mineral reserve designed to stockpile essential resources and keep America strong, secure, and independent from foreign control. That puts serious attention on companies positioned in the space, including Vizsla Copper, trading in the United States under VCUFF and in Canada as VCU.V. If you want the full breakdown on why this matters, check the exclusive briefing only for Next News viewers link below before the crowd catches on. Now back to the fight over whether your next vehicle serves you or watches you. See, here's the twist the corporate media will try to blur. It's not just about one Ford patent, it's about the mentality. The same elite mindset that gave us censorship, digital surveillance, and bureaucrats policing daily life now sees your car as the next data harvesting device. First it alerts, then it nudges, then it limits, and eventually it decides. That's why the story hits such a nerve with drivers all over the country. MJ Truth Ultra triggering this massive viral surge today. Ford's nightmare truck is here. They just patented a truck that you won't own but will own you. AI cameras read your face, eyes, emotions, and fitness to drive. Won't let you shift out of park if it thinks you're not calm enough. Live feeds to insurance companies and cops. Biometric scans running you against criminal databases in real time. Lip reading tech. And mics that eavesdrop on every conversation for targeted ads. You paid for it, you have the title, but Ford decides if you actually get to drive it. Check this out. This is from Just Don Vlogs on TikTok, and it is going mega viral today. Watch.
But no! Now imagine there was an emergency outside the truck, an accident, something terrible on the ranch with a chainsaw. And I jump in this truck, but the truck, it won't shift into drive. Why? Because the cameras and sensors inside this cab won't let it shift because it detects my eyes are big, there's a lot of emotion, there's some panic, and it doesn't feel that I'm fit to drive. Now that's not science fiction, that is happening because Ford just filed the patents. Ford actually has a series of patents down at the U.S. Patent and Trade Office that deal with the sensors and cameras inside the cab of their truck. And if the sensors in that truck determine that you're not fit to drive, that truck will not actually shift from park to drive. Now, they already have a system called telematics, and that's where they can actually pull up cameras in real time inside the cab of their fleet vehicles. Now, they actually market this to insurance companies because the truth is, this is really about who owns the data and who owns the liability. Now, your name might actually be on the title of this truck, and you may have paid for it, but you don't own it. Now, Ford didn't file just one patent. They filed a stack of them, all within months of each other. Are you sitting down? Get this. This Ford technology patent doesn't just watch you. This one puts you in jail. Ford filed a patent, serial number 0104469, where the system takes your biometric data, your face, your iris, and your fingerprint, and it runs it through a criminal database in real time. While you're sitting in your own truck, think about what that means. You wake up one morning, you walk out to your driveway, you climb into a vehicle with your name on the title, on property with your name on the deed. And before you go anywhere, before you've done a single thing wrong, your truck is already running your face through a law enforcement database. Ford's own patent language describes this as potentially useful for police. They wrote that. Ford wrote that into the patent application. So the question isn't whether this technology can be abused. Ford already told you who it's for. You just didn't know that you were buying a cop car. Now I'm going to walk you through a few of these patents. Lip reading, cameras inside your cab, machine learning trained on lip movement datasets, cloud connected, your face processed somewhere you'll never see, stored as long as they want. Acoustic lip reading, if the cameras aren't enough, the system emits inaudible sound waves and reads the echoes bouncing off of your mouth. You can't see it, it's just happening. Biometrics, your face, fingerprint, iris, filed February 2024, and it was published August 2025. This one is assigned a serial number because it's real. Ad listening. This is scary. It monitors conversations between everyone in the cab. It serves targeted ads based on what you and others are talking about while you're driving. In Ford's words, maximum opportunity for ad-based monetization. No description of how that data is protected either. None. How about Ford Pro Telematics? Now, this one isn't a patent. This one is actually a product page. Right now, fleet managers can pull live in-cabin video feeds of drivers on their phones. Ford markets seatbelt compliance alerts with the explicit benefit of lowering insurance costs. They said it themselves. This is the infrastructure, and once the infrastructure exists, it's going to get used and abused. Now, Ford isn't alone in this. This is an arms race. Smart Eye driver monitoring software is already in over 2 million cars globally. The EU's general safety regulation mandates drowsiness systems as standard equipment going forward. GM deployed biometric seat sensors and heart rate monitoring in production trucks.
Oh my God. Wow. That's where we're at, folks. See, the real issue is simple. Once a manufacturer has the technical ability to watch you, score you, and potentially restrict what your vehicle can do, the balance of power changes. A truck stops being a machine you command and starts becoming a platform that can command you. Maybe it starts with drowsiness alerts. Maybe it moves to insurance discounts tied to behavior. Maybe someday it becomes access control based on data you never agreed to surrender. That's the road Americans need to reject right now. Safety should help the driver, not replace the driver. Freedom means the person behind the wheel stays in charge, not... I totally sneezed there. Freedom means the person behind the wheel stays in charge, not an algorithm, not a corporation, and not some backdoor system ready to share data whenever the powerful decide that they want it. So here's the bottom line. Ford's patent may just be a patent for now, but the public backlash shows Americans understand exactly where this can go if nobody draws the line. The fight is bigger than one automaker. It's about ownership, privacy, and whether free citizens still control the tools they pay for. President Trump's America First movement is about putting power back where it belongs with the American people, not faceless systems and corporate overlords. If you agree your vehicle should obey the owner, not monitor the owner, share this report everywhere. Drop your comment below and answer this yes or no question. Would you ever buy a truck that could decide you're not allowed to drive it? Also, text raw feed to the number on the screen, 844-840-4963, to beat the algorithm and get direct updates to your phone from me. Check out the Next News merch shelf below this video. Subscribe and keep fighting for freedom, because if we don't defend it now, the machines won't give it back.
The system controls information. Information control is power. They don't want you to see this. The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now.